The print, 26th of March 2024, in the 1980s, China maintained an everyday presence in Afghanistan. It is interested in the region's mineral wealth. With Pakistan's dissent, China attacked U.S. forces in Afghanistan both directly and indirectly by supplying munitions and financing an effort to expel the Americans. When New Delhi discusses India's neighbors, domestic crises in those nations invariably revolve around the response or lack thereof of the respective governments. On March 19, at the India International Centre, a panel discussion centering on the Great Game in Afghanistan, Rajiv Gandhi, General Zia, and the Unending War by Kallol Bhattacherjee prompted guests and panelists to debate whether India should have gone all in regarding Afghanistan. A member of the audience questioned whether Indian foreign policy towards our immediate neighbors Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan is solely reactive or passive. Bhattacherjee presented an alternative viewpoint regarding the operation of Indian foreign policy, contending that it is more effective to establish organic connections among individuals than to rely on hard power methods such as utilizing security forces or weaponizing trade and investments. India maintains natural connections with Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan, Bhattacherjee stated during a discussion with Rajiv Gandhi, a former Indian ambassador to Romania and Italy, and Vivek Kotju, the former Indian ambassador to Afghanistan. K.P. Fabian, a former diplomat, oversaw the discourse. Citizens from these nations frequently travel to India for medical treatment or to pursue further education. These nations host hospitals and other similar construction initiatives. These living bridges provide us with constant dialogue and knowledge, Bhattacherjee explained. However, he conceded that the extent to which the official apparatus of India utilizes these living bridges for foreign policy objectives is unknown. Concerning hypothetical scenarios, the book in question was initially published in 2017, predating the establishment of the Taliban government in Afghanistan and the collapse of Kabul. It examines Afghanistan during the late 1980s, when the country was occupied by the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR, and a coalition of nations attempted to establish a government diplomatically. Concurrently, Pakistan and other Western powers provided financial support to the Afghan Mujahideen in their conflict against Mikhail Gorbachev's Soviet Union. Amidst this tumultuous circumstance stood Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, who endorsed Muhammad Najibullah, the president of Afghanistan at the time. A nostalgic journey through history is incomplete without contemplating hypothetical scenarios and future events. Imagine that Benazir Bhutto was in power in Pakistan now. Could the outcome have been altered? One audience member inquired. Bhattacherjee thinks that it would not have been consequential. Bhattacherjee stated, "One must remember that General Zia's actions in Afghanistan were precipitated by the presence of the al-Zulfikar organization within its borders." Al-Zulfikar, a terrorist organization, was established by the Bhutto brothers, Murtaza and Shah Nawaz, in retaliation for General Zia's 1979 assassination of their father, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. In the end, both siblings perished under dubious circumstances, Shah Nawaz in 1985 from suspected poisoning in France and Murtaza in 1993 during a police encounter. Bhattacherjee stated that their terrorist activities, including the hijacking of Pakistan International Airlines Flight 326, embarrassed the regime of General Zia-ul-Haq. Kotju responded to an audience member's inquiry regarding China's involvement in Afghanistan during the late 1980s by stating that Beijing was active every single day. He concurred that the trajectory of Afghanistan's history would not have been altered had Benazir Bhutto been elected prime minister. Kotju stated, "The army would not permit any civilian to reject the American position." Since assuming authority in Afghanistan in August 2021, the Taliban have not received official recognition from any nation's government, including India. However, the former Indian diplomat noted that Beijing appointed a new ambassador to Kabul as recently as today. The Chinese are interested in the Hindu Kush's mineral wealth. Significant reserves of copper, iron, and rare earth minerals are present. Kotju stated, they intend to incorporate these resources into their western regions.